Grief-stricken relatives gathered on the Southside block where off-duty Chicago police officer Ariana Preston was gunned down just steps from the Avalon Park home she shared with her family.
And so it's kind of surprising that this occurred to in this neighborhood.
Officials say the 24-year-old officer, who had only been on the job for years, was shot as she returned home after finishing her shift at the CPD's 5th District. It happened around 1:45 in the morning in the 8100 block of South Blackstone Avenue. Video from a neighbor's doorbell camera shows first responders rushing to the scene. According to sources, she had been shot multiple times.
Oh, it's not looking good. Get an ambulance here now.
It's still unclear what led to the shooting or if the officer's service weapon was fired or recovered. The officer was rushed to the University of Chicago Hospital, but doctors couldn't save her. Fellow officers gathered at the hospital as a show of support for a procession to the medical examiner's office earlier today. An emotional Mayor Lori Lightfoot spoke with the officer's family this morning.
I won't speak for...
How Lightfoot still talking? What other man at? He ain't.
Her child.
Interim Police Superintendent Eric Carter says his daughter attended high school with the young officer and that his wife coached their cheerleading team. Adding that no resource will be spared to find whoever is responsible for the officer's death.
We ask that you keep the officer and her family in your prayers, as well as the men and women of the Chicago Police Department.
In a statement, Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson called the shooting a profound tragedy, adding in part, "My heart breaks for the family of the young officer who was murdered early this morning. I'm outraged and devastated by the horrific violence against a public servant." This afternoon, those who knew the officer say she was a go-getter.
I know the young lady, because
A go-getter. Look at her.
I remember them having all the stuff on the outside. When she graduated, rolling past, speaking. Let's see that. This is crazy.
This ain't no, because she used to have a lot of stuff on. She's a good person out there. That was a man did that, probably $100. We'll never know, though. Her name was Holmes?
Oh, that's the lady talking, man.
Oh.
As well as to pray with officers, letting them know that they have their support. Meanwhile, the investigation into the shooting continues. Reporting live from the Chicago Police Department's 5th District, Evelyn Holmes, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Karen, back to you.
All right, Evelyn, thank you for that. Two of Ariana Preston's professors at Illinois State University said they are heartbroken over this loss. They issued a statement saying, in part, quote, Ariana wanted to be
She was a good lady.
who would speak for the most vulnerable in society. She wanted to be the one who would care for the most vulnerable. She cared and wanted better for everyone. Preston is the 4th Chicago first responder who has died in
Dayland.
months. In March, Chicago officer Andres Vasquez Lasso was killed.
See if you can see me live on your phone.
Last month, firefighter Jermaine Pelt and
I was gonna say.
Lieutenant Jan Torch both died on
YouTube.
fires. Stay with ABC 7 for continuing coverage of the deadly shooting of Chicago.
See if you can tune in to me.
Ariana Preston. We will have
YouTube.
updates when we're not on the air at ABC7
See if you can tune in to me.
Chicago.com. Well, right now, turning to the weather, it is mostly calm. A little bit of cloud cover, some sun breaking through right about now, but we are also keeping our eye on the chance of storms tonight.
You do? It didn't even show you came up. Why?
Details. Hey there, Mark.
I don't see no viewers. I don't see no viewers, though.
Ain't got a viewer, ain't a viewer on there for me.
I don't know, you so loud weird.
It's weird, ain't it?
Hey, Mama,
I do want to show you we had some sprinkles earlier in the day. Pretty quiet right now, but line Doppler 7 max. But as we get into later into the evening, the overnight hour, you see the shades here of color. That yellow is a slight risk of severe weather. It's west of the city, many of our western counties here. We're going to keep an eye on thunderstorms just now starting to develop in Iowa and pushing east. When they arrive here later tonight, widespread rain, but could see some isolated severe weather during the overnight. We're talking some hail and gusty winds. As you can see on the timeline here, we're talking about midnight to 5 a.m., the most likely time for those showers and storms. And Karen, as I mentioned, some stronger storms, some hail and gusty winds. We'll track that with Futurecast And it looks like not just one round of strong storms, Karen. You could be dealing with 2 over the weekend.
Okay, Mark, thank you for that. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah.
A massive fire destroyed a bowling alley in the south suburbs this morning. It happened at Oak Forest Bowl on South Cicero. Firefighters from a dozen towns helped the Oak Forest Fire Department battle that fire. No one inside the bowling alley was there when the fire started, but officials say the building is a total loss, and the cause of the fire is under investigation. The man who called network television a vast wasteland has died. Newton Minow made his comment while serving as chairman of the Federal Communication Commission. He was appointed to the position by President John F. Kennedy, and during his tenure, Minow fostered satellite communications and advocated for quality in television programming. In 2016, President Barack Obama awarded Minow the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He was a Northwestern University graduate